Hello, today I am reviewing my brand new knife. It's a Zelite Infinity. It's a Japanese VG10 super steel chef knife. It has 67 layers and it contains high carbon stainless steel, and also it's liquid nitrogen cooled. So I've been doing a lot of research on this, and I used to work in a catering kitchen. I'm not a trained chef, but I did work with a lot of chefs. And as the catering manager, I always admired the nice quality chef knives and paring knives, and I noticed that most of the chefs carried their knives back and forth to work with them in the special case. It opens up and each knife has its own slot and it folds together, and they always hand wash their knives. They never ever let anybody else touch them. They never put them in the dishwasher, which will dull the blade. So I have hand washed this blade and I'm going to treat it very, very carefully. It's such a quality knife. I've never had one quite like this, and I've always admired these types of knives. So I noticed that there's an interesting hold here. You don't normally see this pinched part right here, and the reason that's so good is because of balance and hand comfort. So if you want it to be really comfortable and ergonomically friendly, to keep your knife on the tip on the blade on the board as you're cutting, this is the way to go. Look at that smooth area right here. It's full tang, which means it goes from the tip through the handle. It's not just glued in or riveted in. This is a solid piece of metal, so that way it's more balanced, it's more durable, and the knife blade won't snap off because it falls off. And that's happened to me with inexpensive blades before. So if you can see this little attention to detail here, check this out. This is a 3 metal mosaic. This is just for show, but isn't that gorgeous? This handle, I was looking up some information. It's got not only a beautiful design, but it's a G10 military grade handle. So it's moisture resistant, it's heat resistant, impact resistant. So if you get the handle wet while you're using it, it won't slip out of your hand. This pinch grip with the tapered part right here, it just is something you don't see very often. So this is great for chopping, slicing, dicing, and every chef I know has a quality chef knife in their repertoire. And this is also a rounded instead of flat handle for comfort, ergonomically friendly. And I need to have a comfortable knife, blade, and handle that's well weighted, because I had carpal tunnel surgery in my hand. You can see the scar here 12 years ago, both hands. So I need to have a very comfortable grip for some big jobs for slicing and dicing. Also, I just want to make note that it comes in a very quality gift box. I was impressed. There's a little card for VIP membership online. It gives you electronic books. There's a little safety end piece to put on the blade, and then it comes in this little box here where you can place your knife for storage. I thought this is a really nice display, especially if you're giving it as a special gift, perhaps a wedding gift, or just a gift to yourself if you, like me, have finally found the time and the patience to search online and also be able to get a fancier knife like this. So there you go. I'm going to get down to it and start slicing up and dicing up. I prepared some veggies, cucumber, took a little bit of the skin off, some locally grown tomato and cucumber from here in Tennessee, and I got some celery from the grocery store, and we're going to do some dinner prep. So I love fresh vegetables, and I do a lot of slicing and dicing. This is a very, very sharp knife. If you notice, I don't go chop, chop, chop. I've been trained. I did take a week of culinary school training at the Culinary Institute of America in New York as part of my manager training with the company I was working for, and the chefs there taught me to keep the knife blade on the board. So there you go, very sharp for the cucumber. And then here's some celery, and I don't know about you, but mincing up a bunch of celery is always kind of a chore, so having a very sharp blade is very important. And if you notice, I curl my fingers in. A chef taught me to do that so that you don't accidentally cut the tip of your finger. You just curl your fingers like this. And again, I'm not a professional chef, but I like to cook for my family, and after working in the business for so long, I do appreciate good quality kitchen tools. It's just I've never invested in them up until recently. So I like to use a bamboo cutting board, by the way. I know in the kitchens we used a lot of those white boards, but you could see cut marks in the boards. We'd have to bleach them regularly. And then I use one of these silicone cutting boards for raw meat. But for all my veggies, I use this bamboo board. As you can see, I was able to cut through the celery very quickly. And I'm going to cut a tomato as my last item, because as you know, a dull blade and a tomato make people very unhappy. Now I'm able to cut razor thin slices of tomato for sandwiches. Check this out. Razor thin tomato without any problem whatsoever. It's a very, very strong blade. So as I was researching, I found that the Damascus style steel not only has a beautiful design with the ripple water effect onto the blade, it also makes it very, very, very durable. So you can see the ripple effect of, looks like water or rippling right here. It makes the blade very, very sturdy. Also, what's nice about this kind of a blade is the Damascus style is from an ancient style, and it's made by layering all these different layers of metal together, and it's heat forged. So the metal is pressed together, and when you get these different layers, it makes it very, very strong. But what's really important about this is the VG10 stainless steel. What that means is, unlike cheap quality steel, VG, which means V gold 10, is the gold quality. It's very high carbon content. It's aimed at Japanese chefs' use, but it's also made its way into sports cutlery. And it was designed in Japan, and this is actually the VG10 is brought in from Japan for the manufacture of this knife. I was looking at it, so it does set itself apart because of the quality of the metal. So that makes it shatter resistant. It makes it just stronger overall, so you'll get a lot of wear resistance. And also, I found out that the liquid nitrogen hardening, where it goes to minus 301 degrees Fahrenheit, I was looking at different knife sites, and what that does is it increases the martensite and the steel's crystal structure. So that gives you even more strength and hardness. So the way that this is manufactured is quite special when compared to your average knife or kitchen knife. So it's more of an elite style of knife, and it also looks beautiful. So I give it a thumbs up. I'm really impressed. This is gorgeous, and I'm very, very happy to add it into my kitchen repertoire with my tools. So now I can get rid of some of the cheap knives I have and just stick with this gorgeous one. And also hand wash it, treat it well, and make sure that it maintains its blade. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please post them, and I will do my best to answer. Thank you.